हिप पार्ट है, इस पे अगर आप इसको मल दो, तो दिस इज वेयर योर female organs are. It is not a new therapy. Do you know who the first music therapist was? See, I can show you is the Surya Mudra, which is helping in weight reduction.
I think एक key problem है मेरी generation का, हमें बिना मोबाइल के सोना आता ही नहीं.
All start with a thought. वो point activate हो जाता है और वहां से सारे toxins निकल जाते. She saw the office in her visualization and it happened exactly the way she wanted. थायराइड या ऐसे जो प्रॉब्लम्स है पीसीओएस, पीसीओडी, इसमें भी इसका बहुत अच्छा उपयोग हुआ है. और सबसे अच्छा उपयोग मैंने पेशेंट्स में देखा है वो डिप्रेशन, एंजाइटी के पेशेंट्स में. तो हमें लगता है कि म्यूजिक इज ओनली अ रिक्रिएशनल थिंग, बट इट इज नॉट. इट इज एक्चुअली गिविंग यू हीलिंग फ्रॉम इनसाइड.
Hello and welcome to another episode of CONVO with Aysh. This is our first ever episode completely centered around health. And we have an amazing blend of nutrition, music therapy, Sujok, Mudra Yoga, and so much more. तो अगर कभी भी आपके दिमाग में ये क्वेश्चन आया है कि न्यूट्रिशन के अलावा और कौन सी ऐसी टेक्निक्स है that I can follow to deal with this particular disorder or any health issue that I'm facing, this is the podcast for you. So do watch till the end. Today we have an integrated healer with us. She is Archanabhandarkarofficial and she specializes in all these amazing sciences and nutrition. इस पॉडकास्ट कॉन्वर्सेशन के थ्रू मुझे पर्सनली अपने पीसीओडी और दूसरे हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस और काफी सारे इश्यूज के लिए एक्चुअली बहुत सारे इनसाइट्स मिले. सो इफ यू आर अ वुमन यू शुड डेफिनेटली वॉच दिस एपिसोड टिल द एंड, एंड इफ यू आर a man, then please watch this for your wives, your girlfriends, your sister, your mother, etc. And this is not only for women. We have also talked about a lot of other issues, and of course, the relationship tips goes without saying. And the amazing Keep It Swift section just sums it up. So you will get self-care, you will get habit building, you will of course get nutrition and all the sciences that you can use to manage, control, and heal from so many of your physical health issues. Also, अगर आप म्यूजिक थेरेपी, सुजोक या मुद्रा योगा में एक बिगिनर है and you want to understand how I can go forward with this or how I can use this professionally, you will get your answer today before the end of this conversation. So do watch till the end and comment down your learnings, insights, or even queries that you might have, and I will get it answered through our specialist. Thank you so much, and let's begin. Hello, Achna ma'am. Welcome to Convo with Aysh. How are you feeling?
Hi Ayshi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great. I'm very excited to have this conversation with you. I think this is your first ever podcast. So, what is your intention? What are you expecting from it?
Thank you so much for inviting me for on this wonderful platform. Yes, this is my first podcast, so I'm really looking forward to sharing all about myself and my journey so far in integrated healing as a healer.
Yes. So we'll come to the integrated healer part कि वो बहुत ही unique और interesting term है that you have introduced. So let's start with first of all the way you hold yourself, how graceful you look, how well you have managed yourself. So what do you do? Like what self-care practices do you do on a daily basis, or how do you maintain yourself?
Thank you once again. That's a lovely compliment. Actually, I don't think I should take a full credit for all the, whatever I have turned out to be. I think genes also play an important part. So, my mom, she is a very beautiful woman. Even at 80, she is very beautiful, very graceful. And my dad's mom, my dadi, she was also a very dynamic and a well turned out woman. So I think it's a combination of those genes. And if you go to see in how you apply things in life and what you learn in life and how you apply them, if you make a combination of that also helps. Like I try to, whatever I've studied till now as a nutritionist or as a Sujok healer or music therapist or through Mudras, I try to apply it in my day-to-day life. So I try to practice it before I preach. So I guess it's an amalgamation of all that.
Okay. So you have given a long part of your life to understanding nutrition, and I'm sure आपके बहुत से experiences भी हुए होंगे जिसमें आपको बहुत deep knowledge मिला होगा कि okay, this is how it works with this body. So, what are your key takeaways from the nutrition, whatever you have studied? Because I'm currently a beginner, like I'm introducing myself into this journey of nutrition and women fitness. So, how has your journey been?
Let me first introduce how my journey started. So I did my graduation from the SNDT University with food and nutrition as my major in 1992, and thereafter I did my post graduation in dietetics. So after that, I have worked for a lot of hospitals like PD Hinduja Hospital and Parsi General Hospital and a few nursing homes. And I have worked with fitness centers like the best names in the industry, like Talwalkar Fitness Center in Mumbai, and Idea, the health club, and also Gold's Gym. So what I noticed in my all these years of experience was that women tend to actually not take good care of their health, especially I since because I am uh, specializing in women's health. So I am looking at it from the women's point of view. Like nutrition is not the only aspect which you have to focus on. It is also exercise. It is also your sleep. It is also recreation. It is also social development. Everything takes you have to take into account when it comes to women's health. And in terms of nutrition, I feel as women, um, in general, we tend to neglect ourselves. We put our families first. We put our careers first and neglect our own personal well-being when it
Yes,
comes to emotional or mental or physical or even spiritual health. So I feel the bone health gets affected, our hormones get affected, our sleep gets affected. There are many factors when it comes to nutrition you need to give importance to. Even things like exercise. It can be any form of exercise, but you need that exercise when it comes to women's health.
yes, that is very true actually. Because yes, I have like checked many of these points, neglecting this because of this. So yes, so how can we avoid these things? कैसे हम एक बैलेंस रख सकते हैं कि like we know the lifestyles are very busy, तो हम हर चीज को प्रॉपर टाइम देना is a little tough. तो एक क्या सिंपलिस्टिक तरीका हो सकता है जिससे कि we can roughly take care of our nutrition and overall well-being, like you said कि physical health को भी importance देना जरूरी है, मेंटल वेलबींग भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, फिर हॉर्मोन्स को ध्यान रखना जरूरी है. सो क्या ऐसी छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं दैट वी कैन डू फॉर दिस?
See, it all starts with a thought. I feel it all starts with this little thing, which nobody has seen called thought. So you know that every thought is connected to a feeling, and feeling leads to emotions. एंड इमोशंस जो फीलिंग्स होती है उससे इमोशंस डेवलप होते हैं और इमोशंस से हम एक्शन करते हैं उसके बेसिस पे और एक्शन से हमको रिएक्शन मिलता है. तो पूरे दिन की शुरुआत ही अगर हम अच्छे थॉट से करें तो मैं यही बिलीव करती हूँ कि पहले आप अपने मेंटल वेलबींग को मैनेज करो. When you're going to think positive, you're going to act positive. And when you're going to act positive, you're going to eat well, sleep well, and give importance to everything in life. तो मेरे हिसाब से दिन की शुरुआत से ही हम अगर पॉजिटिविटी से शुरू करें तो मैं ये कहूंगी कि शुरू में मोर देन फिजिकल, इमोशनल और मेंटल को ज्यादा ध्यान देना चाहिए. जैसे यू स्टार्ट योर डे विद अ जर्नल राइटिंग. तो जर्नल राइटिंग में क्या होता है, आप एक्चुअली यू स्टार्ट के सेइंग दैट आई एम, you look at the mirror even before when you wake up in the morning, before writing the journal, you just look into the mirror and say I am beautiful, I am safe, I am a giver, I am a forgiving person. तो ऐसे जब आप पॉजिटिव थॉट से अपना दिन शुरू करते हो तो that impacts in everything you do, everything you eat, every activity you do through the day. So you carry out that positivity through the day. So I would say start your day with gratitude. हाँ, फिर आप थोड़ा एक्सरसाइज करो क्योंकि एक्सरसाइज करने से क्या होता है, वुमेन्स हेल्थ इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्पेशली पोस्ट 30. क्योंकि हमारे शरीर में काफी हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंसेस हो रहे होते हैं. तो एक्सरसाइज रिलीजेस certain hormones, जो chemicals होते हैं, it releases hormones like oxytocin, dopamine, all these hormones are released. तो उससे these are the feel good hormones. तो इससे और भी अच्छा हमको फीलिंग आता है पूरा दिन कंटिन्यू करने का. तो इससे हम थोड़ा स्ट्रेचिंग कर लो, थोड़ा योगा कर लो, या फिर थोड़ा वॉक कर लो. तो ये हमारे बोन हेल्थ के लिए जरूरी है. और नॉट जस्ट बोन हेल्थ, अवर गट हेल्थ इज ऑल्सो डिपेंडेंट ऑन दिस. तो ये सब इंटर रिलेटेड है. तो पॉजिटिविटी विथ योर माइंडफुलनेस, बोन हेल्थ के लिए एक्सरसाइजेस, फिर बीइंग अवेयर ऑफ व्हाट यू आर ईटिंग. जैसे आप अवेयरनेस से जब कुछ खाते हो, या फिर आप अवेयरनेस से इवन अगर एक्स्ट्रा भी खा लो, तो वो एंजॉय करके खाओ. है ना,
Yes.
कि आप ये मत सोचो कि अरे मैंने ज्यादा खा लिया, मैंने ज्यादा खा लिया करके लोग पीपल फ्रेट. don't you should enjoy it, because that is also energy. That is also an energy. So if you are going to look at it negatively, वो आपके शरीर में जाके कुछ ज्यादा ही नुकसान करेगा. जिस आप यू आर ओनली लुकिंग एट द कैलोरी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, बट यू आर सपोज टू लुक एट इट एज एन एनर्जी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. तो उसमें क्या होता है कि वो भी अफेक्ट हो जाता है. तो एंजॉय व्हाट यू ईट, बट ईट विद अवेयरनेस.
Wow,
एंड
that's
देन डोंट गिव लेस इम्पोर्टेंस टू रिक्रिएशन. जैसे म्यूजिक है, इसीलिए आई गिव इम्पोर्टेंस टू म्यूजिक थेरेपी एंड mudras and mindfulness like meditation. अगर आप सुबह उठ के, what I would recommend people, I tell my clients that you wake up in the morning, do some mindfulness, do some meditation, because उसमें when you, especially with meditation application with mudras, can actually help the energy flow in the body, and you don't know how it is helping you with your hormonal balance. It is helping you with your thought process. It is helping you with your sleep and your mood swings. So everything is connected. So which is why I have brought this integration of 4 modalities, which actually help you to, it makes it easier. See, nutrition, खाली nutrition से कुछ नहीं होगा. कभी कभी you fall short. So your mudras are helping you. Your Sujok is helping you. That's how all the therapies we integrated together.
Yes, perfect, perfect. Each and every point that you say is bang on. Because I have experienced a lot of this. Like you said, key mindfulness is way more important than calculating the calories and all of that. Because I also have a stress-induced hormonal imbalance and a PCOS.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
this was exactly the things that I was told when it got out of hand. It's more important that you manage your emotions than you manage your fitness and diet, because वो आप करते हो, that is in your hands. But because you're not able to control your emotions, that is causing this hormonal disbalance. So that kind of
Absolutely.
blew my mind कि यार ये तो बहुत intense चीज है. So how do you connect? Like you said, you do a music therapy, mudras and sujok. So we'll come to sujok a little later. पर mudras को हम या फिर म्यूजिक थेरेपी को हम कैसे कंबाइन कर सकते हैं टू कंट्रोल और मैनेज आवर इमोशंस?
So see again, आजकल की जो लाइफ है वो इतनी स्ट्रेसफुल है कि स्ट्रेस takes the most highest seats, in our life. हर चीज में अगर if you spread out everything, all aspects of life, so especially metro cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta, or all these metro cities, if you see life इतना stressful है. like यहाँ पे लोग एक एक मिनट की वजह से ऑफिस में लेट हो जाते हैं क्योंकि ये ट्रेन मिस हो गई, ये हो गया. तो वो स्ट्रेस जो है, if you do music therapy, because music therapy is actually a blessing in disguise, I feel, for our generation. It is not a new therapy. Do you know who the first music therapist was? The first known music therapist. It's very interesting.
Who was?
You will find this amusing, but it was Lord Krishna.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Lord Krishna was the first music therapist. He brought in the flute, which is the most healing form of music. और आजकल लोग ये कितना सुनते हैं? We listen to techno, we listen to all kinds of hard rock, whatever. I am not so connected with the Western music, but these therapies are very essential. क्योंकि music therapy में क्या होता है कि there are 7 swars: sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. There are 7 swars. And amazing enough, see how nature is. there are 7 main energy centers in our body. Okay, these are
Yes.
the chakras. So, if you know, there is Mooladhar chakra, which is at the base of the spine. Mooladhar, जिसे हम कहते हैं, जो कमर में रीढ़ की सबसे नीचे वाली हड्डी के तरफ होता है वो चक्र. उसके ऊपर होता है स्वादिष्ठान, उसके ऊपर होता है नाभि, फिर होता है अनाहत, फिर ये विशुद्धि, हाँ, फिर अजना, फिर
Crown chakra.
ये सहस्त्रहार, हाँ, क्राउन चक्र. तो 7 चक्र होते हैं. अभी ईच स्वर has frequency to with each chakra. It's beautifully made by nature, and that's how you heal with music. तो सोचो, अगर आप दिन की शुरुआत अगर थोड़े से मीठे से म्यूजिक से करें, चाहे वो जस्ट एक फ्लूट क्यों ना हो या कुछ ऐसा हो जिससे आप कनेक्ट कर सको. इट कैन बी वेस्टर्न म्यूजिक ऑल्सो, इट कैन बी अ पियानो ऑल्सो. इट इज समथिंग which you are able to connect. So we plan music therapy sessions based on listening to. Actually, when I do music therapy sessions, I have a 1 hour talk with my client, because वो उसकी पर्सनैलिटी क्या है. अगर वो सिर्फ वेस्टर्न म्यूजिक सुन रहे हैं और मैं उनको बोलूँ कि नहीं आपको क्लासिकली सुनना पड़ेगा, तो इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू वर्क. So we organize it, customize it based on the individual personality and the person's environment, and everything put together. So there are a lot of things to it. If you're a certified coach, you really have to work hard towards understanding the personality, understanding the issue, understanding the underlying chakra. कभी कोई चक्रा ओवर एक्टिव होता है, कोई अंडर एक्टिव होता है, तो इस हिसाब से हमको वो म्यूजिक थेरेपी देना होता है. एंड नॉट जस्ट दैट, यू नो, सी व्हाट हैपेंस इज, हम ना किसी बाहर की चीज की तरफ दौड़ते हैं. We run after the external things, like you want to go for a vacation because you want to relax, or you want to go to this restaurant because you want to relax.
So
But
true.
that thing is inside you. तो ये जो आहत से अनाहत, जो आहत मतलब बाहर का, अनाहत इज अंदरूनी जो हमारे अंदर होता है. अगर आप उस आवाज को बैठ के सुने, तो दैट इटसेल्फ इज हीलिंग, बिकॉज देन यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट योर बॉडी इज टॉकिंग टू यू. इसके अलावा ये म्यूजिक थेरेपी से आपकी नींद भी अच्छी हो सकती है. आपका मूड स्विंग्स जो होते हैं लेडीज को मिड 30 से ऑनवर्ड, जो पीएमएस के अराउंड होते हैं मूड स्विंग्स, और जो स्लीप क्वालिटी जो इफेक्ट हो जाती है, वो भी इम्प्रूव हो सकती है. और अगर किसी को पेन है, किसी को पेन मैनेजमेंट के लिए हेल्प चाहिए, तो इससे भी आराम हो सकता है. और थायराइड या ऐसे जो प्रॉब्लम्स है, पीसीओएस, पीसीओडी, इसमें भी इसका बहुत अच्छा उपयोग हुआ है. और सबसे अच्छा उपयोग मैंने पेशेंट्स में देखा है वो डिप्रेशन, एंजाइटी के पेशेंट्स में. तो हमें लगता है कि म्यूजिक इज ओनली अ रिक्रिएशनल थिंग, बट इट इज नॉट. इट इज एक्चुअली गिविंग यू हीलिंग फ्रॉम इनसाइड.
वेरी पावरफुल. एक्चुअली आप जितनी चीजें बोल रहे हो ना, इट्स लाइक यू आर टॉकिंग प्रिसाइसली फॉर मी. लाइक चेक चेक चेक, मूड स्विंग्स पे वर्क करना है, स्लीप पे वर्क करना है.
या
इट सीम्स लाइक द आंसर टू ऑल माय प्रॉब्लम्स, एंड ऑफ कोर्स टू मेनी अदर वुमेन. क्योंकि मैंने रिसेंटली बहुत फोकस करके देखा है, एवरी सेकंड वुमन इज डीलिंग विद सम ऑफ द अदर काइंड ऑफ दीज इश्यूज. चाहे वो एंजाइटी, डिप्रेशन, बीपी, थायराइड, पीसीओएस ले लें, या फिर एनीथिंग एल्स फिजिकल थ्रू द हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस थिंग. क्योंकि of course because of the lifestyle and the over stress and overthinking that we do, जो needed नहीं है but हमारी बॉडी को नहीं समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं जरूरत है. So it's amazing. Okay, anything else about music therapy? क्या क्या चीजें होती है इसमें और कैसे हम इसको implement करें?
The other thing I wanted to tell you was, लोगों को सिर्फ ये फिजिकल इमोशनल हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम्स में ही लगता है म्यूजिक थेरेपी यूजफुल है. नो, इनफैक्ट म्यूजिक थेरेपी, यू नो, इज सच अ पावरफुल टेक्निक. अगर किसी को जॉब चाहिए या किसी को ऐसी कोई गोल चाहिए जो उनको रीच करना है, जैसे आपको मैराथन में, यू नो, यू हैव टू विन अ मैराथन, म्यूजिक थेरेपी विल हेल्प यू इन दैट, because there are powerful techniques. You listen to music and concentrate on that, like a visualization technique, where you play a certain kind of music and do your visualization. And I'm not exaggerating here. I will give you an experience of a friend of mine who was also a course student of mine when I was learning. So she has shared this experience. She lost her job around the lockdown period. Most of us had gone through this stressful situation, and she was looking for a job, and in between she says, "Acha kuch nahi hai, so I'm learning music, so I will see what is this music therapy, because she was also a musician and a singer like me." So she, when we were learning this, and when our teacher was teaching, he gave us this technique. This question, can I get it? Can I get a job with this? And he said yes. And he said, you apply this technique, you will not believe it. After 3 weeks, she actually got a call for the interview, and our trainer, he actually told her how to imagine, and she got a job. It's giving me goosebumps. She got a job exactly the way she wanted. She had imagined the office, and she got the office. She saw the office in her visualization, and it happened exactly the way she wanted. The package that she wanted, everything was tallying. So it was like a magic, like some kind of spell she was under.
Yeah.
So when it comes to prosperity, it is not just money. What does prosperity mean? Prosperity is about optimum health, wealth, relationships, and mental wellness. So everything is taken care of with music therapy. It is such a powerful tool.
Wow, this is brilliant. This is basically like reprogramming your mind to manifest what you want. So you can heal
Yes,
yourself, heal your traumas, and you can also manifest what you're looking for. Amazing. ये चीज तो try करनी चाहिए. I think सबको at least एक बार try करनी चाहिए.
बिल्कुल.
So this was music therapy. Then how did you come into mudras? Like I know the basic mudras हमें पता होती है जो हम योगा में सीखते हैं. But इसके अलावा कुछ particular चीजों के लिए भी mudras होती हैं because it's kind of related to acupuncture कि जैसा हमारा blood circulation होता है उसके हिसाब से.
जी.
So can you suggest some mudras that we can use for particular purposes?
So mudras are basically what? Mudras are using your fingertips, the end of our fingertips, जो यहाँ पे जो end point हमारे उंगलियों के है, यहाँ पे nerve endings होती है. So when you combine two fingers, any fingers you combine, or you bend down, or you make various gestures, hasta mudra जिसे बोलते हैं, इससे the energy flow in the channels is in such a way that इससे हमको तबीयत हमारी ठीक हो ही जाती है. So it helps in wellness. Okay, so for that, for you to understand that, then you have to understand the 5 elements of nature. Okay, so what जिसे हम पंच महाभूत कहते हैं, हाँ, तो वो है अग्नि. अग्नि यानी कि फायर. Then it is air, space यानी कि आकाश. फिर होता है पृथ्वी और जल. हाँ, तो अग्नि, हवा यानी कि वायु, आकाश, पृथ्वी और जल, ये 5 एलिमेंट्स है पंचमहाभूत. तो ये हमारी उंगलियों में भी है. तो ये जो हमारा अंगूठा है, ये है अग्नि. ये सिग्निफाई करता है अग्नि को. ये है वायु, ये है आकाश, ये है पृथ्वी और ये है जल. और इसके साथ साथ इन उंगलियों के साथ इन्हें अलग अलग इमोशन से भी कनेक्ट किया गया है. जैसे कि हमारे अंगूठे को फियर यानी कि डर से कनेक्ट किया गया है, और अंगूठे को वरी से कनेक्ट किया गया है. इंडेक्स फिंगर को फियर से कनेक्ट किया गया है. मिडिल फिंगर को एंगर यानी कि गुस्सा. जब गुस्सा आता है तो अगर आप इस उंगली पे पॉइंट्स दबाओ तो इससे कंट्रोल भी होता है. जैसे आप जस्ट पकड़ लो इस उंगली को एंड यू कीप रबिंग द फिंगर, बिकॉज यहाँ पे गुस्से के जो इमोशंस की चैनल्स है, यू जस्ट हैव टू कीप रबिंग दिस फिंगर ऑटोमेटिकली विथ ब्रीदिंग एंड माइंडफुलनेस. जस्ट ऐसे नहीं, मतलब आप गुस्से हो रहे हो और आप उंगली रब कर रहे हो. यू हैव टू ब्रीद, because when you're breathing, the oxygen circulation is connected to the energy channelization. तो उस हिसाब से ये यूज होता है. फिर ये जो उंगली है, ये है ये जो जिसमें हम अंगूठी पहनते हैं, ये उंगली में क्यों पहनते हैं? क्योंकि ये है मन की उंगली. ये है मन की उंगली. इसमें दुख, कनेक्शन, जो लव, तो इसलिए वी वेयर. जब हम शादी करते हैं, जब हमारा कोई साथी है, तो उसके उसके प्यार की निशानी हम इस उंगली में पहनते हैं क्योंकि ये मन की उंगली है. Okay, so all our emotions are connected here. And the last one is, it is about our self-worth. Our self-worth. जो लास्ट वाली जो पिंकी जिसे बोलते हैं, ये हमारे self-worth के लिए. अभी अगर आपको मैं किसी हेल्थ इश्यू का कनेक्ट करना चाहूँ तो सबसे सिंपल बात और सबसे रेगुलरली जो होती है सबको, वो है एसिडिटी, ब्लोटिंग, डाइजेस्टिव इश्यूज, राइट. हम कुछ बाहर खा लेते हैं, चाट पकौड़ी खा ली तो कुछ एसिडिटी हो गई या गैस हो गया, या ज्यादा खा लिया शादी में, अभी शादी की सीजन चल रही है तो ज्यादा कुछ खा लिया, तो उससे क्या होता है, इंडाइजेशन होता है, ब्लोटिंग होता है. तो वो क्यों होता है? क्योंकि ये जब 5 तत्व जब बैलेंस में होते हैं तो हम ठीक होते हैं, लेकिन जब इसमें से एक कुछ इम्बैलेंस हो जाता है तो जाके प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. तो ये जो उंगली हमारी है, ये वायु की उंगली है. अभी हमको वायु कम करना है, ठीक है ना, तो हम इसको मोड़ देंगे नीचे, टू ब्रिंग इट टू द बेस ऑफ द थंब. कैन यू सी इट? यू ब्रिंग इट टू द बेस ऑफ द थंब. और ये जो उंगली है, नाउ दिस इज कनेक्टेड टू सुजोक. नाउ हियर आई एम इंटीग्रेटिंग इट, आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट लेटर. नाउ ये उंगली है, यहाँ पे दिस इज योर ब्रेन. ओके, दिस, तो इसको हम दबा देते हैं एंड वी टेल द मैसेज इज गोइंग टू द ब्रेन कि भैया वायु ज्यादा हो गई है, इसको कम करना है. तो वी प्रेस इट विद द थंब एंड दिस बिकम्स वायु मुद्रा. Okay, so there is a reason. See, this is a very logical thing. People just do mudras just ऐसे क्योंकि they don't understand. But when you do it with logic and understanding, things become very simple. So what I would suggest to our viewers is, after every meal, if you don't want to have any acidity, any acid reflux, or any indigestion problem, then simply do this Vayu Mudra. Sit in Vajrasan if you can, or just sit in any Sukhasan. Ideally, connect to the floor. You can put your feet on the floor and sit in Vajrasan or Sukhasan with your hands on your thighs, on your this thing, and then just breathe and be aware. ये आप, इनफैक्ट ये आप टीवी देखते वक्त भी कर सकते हो. जैसे आपने खाना खा लिया और आपको टीवी के सामने बैठे हो तो वज्रासन में बैठ जाओ. जैसे आप सोफा पे बैठे हो तो आप वज्रासन में बैठ के वायु मुद्रा करके बैठ सकते हो. 5 मिनट में यू विल फील सो गुड, एंड देन you will not feel any bloating, any acidity, any acid reflux, or any kind of digestive issues. यहाँ तक कि constipation भी clear हो सकता है इससे.
Awesome. So, जैसे आपने वायु मुद्रा बताई, तो ऐसा कुछ होता है कि इसे हमें स्ट्रेट टुवर्ड्स द स्काई ही रखना होता है, या हम इसे किसी भी पोस्चर में रख सकते हैं?
Ideally हम इसे connected straight रखते हैं, ऐसे connected to the body. ऐसे नहीं रखते. You keep it connecting to the ground, so that grounding भी हो उसके साथ.
करेक्ट. तो ये एक वायु मुद्रा थी. ऐसी और थोड़ी बहुत मुद्रास आप बता सकते हैं? ये बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग है. एक मैंने ऑनलाइन योनि मुद्रा भी देखी थी, which I think works to the hormonal things itself.
Yes, that is useful in in people who have hormonal issues. दूसरी I can show you is the Surya Mudra, which is helping in weight reduction. तो इससे क्या होता है, हीट कम हो जाती है बॉडी की. तो सूर्य मुद्रा से if you press it down, then it can help in weight reduction. There are many mudras ऐसे. तो अगर आपको फोकस चाहिए, जैसे आप स्टूडेंट हो और आपको फोकस चाहिए, तो you can use chin mudra, which is you're touching this finger with the thumb and index finger. So this is chin mudra.
Amazing. ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है.
अगर आप लो फील कर रहे हो, लो एनर्जी, जैसे कॉफ, कोल्ड है, फीवर है, और इफ यू वांट टू गेट पेप्ड अप, देन फिर क्या है, ये दो मुद्रा, ये दो उंगलियां जो है, ये दिस इज कॉल्ड प्राण मुद्रा. तो ये आप इसमें पिंकी और आपकी जो रिंग फिंगर है वो ज्वाइन कर रहे हो और ये स्ट्रेट रखना है. तो अगर कॉफ, कोल्ड, फीवर, जैसे अभी सीजन चल रही है, ठंड की सीजन में होता रहता है, तो दिस इज प्राण मुद्रा. तो ये आपकी प्राण इज द एनर्जी फ्लो इन द बॉडी, राइट. तो वो it will increase it. See, when you want to reduce something, you bring it down. When you want to improve something, you bring it like this.
Okay.
Together. So there is a reason. See, I'm a science student, so I only understand logic. So it becomes easier to understand.
Yes. Yeah. Likewise. अमेजिंग। सो ऐसा कुछ है कि कितनी देर तक इन मुद्रास को होल्ड करना चाहिए? लाइक यू सेड अबाउट मैनिफेस्टेशन, मैंने कुबेर मुद्रा के बारे में भी सुना है दैट इट हेल्प्स मैनिफेस्टिंग मनी और लग्जरी और प्रोस्पेरिटी। तो कितने
हाँ,
टाइम तक?
लेकिन वो 15 minutes, 15 minutes is good.
15।
15 minutes is very good. If you can do it 15 minutes in the morning, as soon as you wake up, you can do it after your meditation, or you can do it even while you're doing your
वाइल्ड।
music therapy. So I combine everything so that उसका combined effect हो. एंड रात को सोने से पहले भी अगर आप थोड़ा सा चिंतन मनन करते हैं तो उस वक्त भी आप मुद्रा कर सकते हो. यू विल गेट वेरी गुड स्लीप, यू विल गेट अ वेरी पीसफुल स्लीप बिकॉज द नर्व्स आर गेटिंग रिलैक्स्ड and it is also helping you emotionally and mentally apart from physically. So the
पीस।
deep sleep gets improved with that.
ओके। सो पीसफुल या इंस्टेंट या फास्टर स्लीप या डीप स्लीप के लिए हमें कौन सी मुद्रा करना चाहिए? क्योंकि ये आई थिंक एक की प्रॉब्लम है मेरी जनरेशन का। हमें बिना मोबाइल के सोना आता ही नहीं। सो दिस इज अ की प्रॉब्लम। सो कौन सी मुद्रा हमें स्लीप के लिए करनी चाहिए?
स्लीप के लिए भी आप एक्चुअली अगर ये वायु मुद्रा करोगे एंड इफ यू डू द चिन मुद्रा which will relax your nerves and you sleep, you just do a little bit of meditation with that, it will give you good sleep.
ओके।
ध्यान मुद्रा और चिन मुद्रा.
यस। ऑसम। मुझे बहुत मजा आ रहा है ये सारे टॉपिक्स सुन के, क्योंकि ये बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक्स है और मैं रफली देखती हूँ इनके बारे में, पर आप इतने लॉजिकली डीपली समझा रहे हो, सो इट्स अमेजिंग। थैंक यू सो मच। Okay. So anything else you want to say about mudras, or can we move on to Sujok?
Yeah, we can move on. Yeah.
Okay. Because Sujok is something I have zero knowledge about, and I'm sure कि
Mm-hmm.
जितनी भी ऑडियंस है बहुत कम मिनिमल लोग होंगे जिनको इसके बारे में पता होगा या उन्होंने सुना होगा कि सुजोक थेरेपी या सुजोक क्या होता है. So please elaborate right from the beginning.
Sujok is actually another magical story. I'll tell you how I got into Sujok. Completely by fluke. So I was during lockdown. All of us had so much free time on hand that I like to use it productively. So I used to take up a lot of courses, which required बैठना, टीवी के कंप्यूटर के सामने बैठना, घंटों बैठना और स्टडी करना. तो उसमें क्या होता था कि मुझे बैक पेन हो गया एंड मुझे बैठना बहुत डिफिकल्ट होने लग गया. चलते वक्त भी मैं उठती थी तो ऐसे बेंड होके ही उठती थी. मतलब ऐसे लग गया कि हे ये क्या हो रहा है, मतलब इतनी जल्दी ये सब क्यों हो रहा है. लेकिन वो बिकॉज ऑफ सिडेंटरी और बैठने से क्या होता है, ब्लड सर्कुलेशन नहीं होता. तो वो, लेकिन हम जब ध्यान से कोई चीज देखते हैं तो वी गेट कनेक्टेड टू इट सो मच कि घंटों बैठ जाते हैं, फिर पता नहीं चलता कब टाइम खत्म हो रहा है. तो उसमें क्या होता था, मुझे बहुत बैक एक हो गया. Then I started researching कि क्या कर सकते हैं. I started using music therapy, and around that time I came across, I was listening to a speaker. She's actually my mentor. She's in Hyderabad. So I learn from her. Even now I'm learning from her. So
Can you please
वो
name her if you're comfortable?
yes, her name is Dr. Manisha, and she's in Hyderabad. Yeah. So she was the one who introduced Sujok to me. तो एक बार वो उनका कुछ लेक्चर चल रहा था तो उन्होंने बोला कि आपको अगर बैक एक है तो आप बस हाथ को मसाज करो. तो आई वेंट एंड डिड अ लिटिल रिसर्च इन इट. So then I realized कि उसके बाद I did a course. So these are your, what happens is Sujok is basically a Korean science, and Su means hands and Jok means feet. हाथ और पैर, मतलब ये हाथ का तलवा और पैर का तलवा, इसका साइंस है. ओके. तो ये जो है, इसको आप सिंपल लैंग्वेज में अगर बोलो तो ये आपका स्विच बोर्ड है. तो जब भी आप किसी रूम में जाते हो तो आप स्विच ऑन करते हो, तभी पंखा चलता है, तभी लाइट चलता है. उसी तरह अगर आप ये अपने हाथ को समझो तो आपका जो हाथ का पंजा है उसमें 28 ऑर्गन के पॉइंट्स है, 28 वाइटल ऑर्गन पॉइंट्स. ये आपके हाथ है, ये आपके पैर है, जो इंडेक्स फिंगर और पिंकी है ये आपके हाथ है, दोनों हाथ के, और ये आपके पैर है. ओके. तो अगर आप ऐसे देखो तो अगर ये आपके पैर है तो आपकी बैक कौन सी हुई, ये हो गई ना. ये आपका बैक है, ये आपका मन का है, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड है, बरोबर. तो ये इसको जो है अगर आप मसाज करोगे तो यू विल अंडरस्टैंड कि कुछ दिनों में आपको कितना इससे रिलैक्सेशन होता है. So just, these are points which are of the corresponding organ. एंड बाय एक्टिवेटिंग दीज पॉइंट्स, जब आज आप मसाज से या इस पे सीड्स भी लगा सकते हो, आप रात को सोने से पहले अगर किसी को बैक एक है, और दिस इज फॉर द लो बैक, मतलब मिडिल एंड लो बैक, आपको अगर अपर बैक के लिए चाहिए तो दिस आर द पॉइंट, दिस इज द पॉइंट, आपका जो अंगूठा है नेक से लेके अपर बैक का ये पॉइंट है यहाँ तक, और मिडिल बैक टू लो बैक इट इज अप टू हियर. कैन यू सी द पॉइंट?
Yes.
So if you put any seeds, because seeds क्या होता है, seeds जो germinate होती है तो उसमें भी एनर्जी होती है ना, उसमें भी जान होती है. तो when you soak them, उसमें से अंकुर निकलते हैं. तो वो जो seeds, when it comes in contact with your body, it helps your body energy, activates those points when you put them here. जैसे आप मूंग के दाने कुछ यहाँ पे लगा दो, टेप से लगा दो और सो जाओ. After a few days, you will see so much difference in the aches and pains. अभी कुछ किसी, I will give you another example. एक patient है मेरी, उनको pneumonia हो रहा था, and she had a lot of congestion in her throat, तो chest. So मैंने उनको बोला कि ये जो आपका पार्ट है, देखिए ये पार्ट है, ये है आपका, अच्छा let's understand, you will understand when I show you from here. ये आपका फेस है, लिखता है ना फेस के जैसा, दिखता है ना, आपका फेस ओवल है, बिल्कुल आपके ओवल फेस की तरह ही है, राइट? ये आपका नेक हो गया, ओके, नेक एंड थ्रोट. हाँ, तो अगर ये नेक है तो इसके नीचे का भाग आपका चेस्ट हो गया. तो ये जो फ्लैशी एरिया है, दिस इज योर चेस्ट, और चेस्ट में क्या है, हार्ट है और लंग्स है. So just by pressing this like this, you are actually massaging the corresponding point of your heart and lungs. So these are the points on both the hands. तो मैंने उनको बोला कि आप पूरा दिन बस 3-4 बार बीच बीच में every hourly आप ये करते रहो. And it has really helped her. उनका निमोनिया दवाई भी ले रही है वो. There is no, I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I come after the doctor, but this helps in giving a faster relief. So इससे क्या होता है, when you're pressing these points, corresponding points, वो lungs के जो generation of good energy है वो activate हो जाती है, toxins are getting removed. तो उसमें this brings out healing. Are you getting my point? So ऐसे if you combine with this and then listening to music and then nutrition and mudras together, the healing will be so fast, isn't it? Than
It's
just taking medication.
yeah, it's a mind-blowing
So
integration.
this is the beauty of functional medicine. ये जो हम चारों चीजें कर रहे हैं ना, it's the beauty of functional medicine कि इसमें कोई side effect नहीं है. अभी अगर आप गलत एलोपैथी की दवाई ले लो, आई एम नॉट पुटिंग डाउन एलोपैथी, आई मीन all regards to the doctors, medical technology has really taken us really forward, and but the only thing is में advantage ये है कि इसमें कोई side effect नहीं है. अगर ये आप करोगे तो इससे आपको कोई एक्स्ट्रा करोगे, अगर मैंने बोला आप हाफ एन आवर करो, हाँ ये दबाते बैठो, ये भी आप टीवी देखते समय अगर आप दबा रहे हो दोनों हाथों को, आधा घंटा कर लिया, तो इसमें कोई नुकसान नहीं होगा. अगर आप म्यूजिक थेरेपी सुन रहे हो तो उससे आपको, अगर आपने 15 मिनट के ज्यादा आधा घंटा सुन ली, पूरा दिन भी सुन लिया, उसमें कोई ओवरडोज नहीं होगा, अच्छा ही होगा जो होगा. So this is the beauty of functional medicine, that it has no side effects, and it is somewhere, it is connecting us to our roots. So because it's natural, our body loves it. तो आप कुछ भी कर लो, आपको अगर आपको फायदा भी नहीं हुआ तो भी नुकसान नहीं होगा.
Yes.
समझ गए ना? Yeah, if you do it the wrong way also, नुकसान नहीं होगा. That is the beauty of all these therapies.
Amazing. This combination is really amazing. You're combining mudras and music therapy and Sujok. Now I get the idea जब आप कहते हो कि I'm an integrated healer. So it's next level. That is, I was so astonished when I talked to you the first time कि ये ऐसा कुछ है जो मैंने पहले कभी ये combination नहीं सुना. तो अब like you're telling about Sujok, जिस तरीके से आपने explain किया कि हर एक body part आपकी सिर्फ हाथ पे finger tips पे है. So एक और बहुत common issue होता है, like especially with my age, especially with women, that is hair fall and acne, क्योंकि ये किसी भी एज में किसी भी पॉइंट पे किसी भी रीजन से हो सकता है। स्ट्रेस की वजह से हो सकता है, एक स्पोर्ट पोस्टपार्टम तो भी होता है, या फिर जनरली हार्मोनल डिसबैलेंस पीसीओएस में भी होता है। सो ये दो चीजों के लिए हम क्या क्या अप्लाई कर सकते
तो ये एक पॉइंट है यूट्रस का जो यहाँ पर होता है, और यहाँ पे सी अगेन दिस इज द पॉइंट वेयर यू कीप प्रेसिंग। एंड हेयर फॉल का तो ये आपके बाल यहाँ पे है ना, तो बाल आप यहाँ पे इसको ये कर सकते हो ऐसे, this part
हैं?
back of your head, this is the back of your head, so you can keep giving massage on the side. Basically क्या है, we have when our patients come to me, everything is easy, you don't have to do it specifically for per point. We have gadgets. So when I give Sujok therapy, I give a box, a set of gadgets called the Sujok kit, a health kit. So that kit has everything. For example, I will show you something.
Oh, wow. This is
So
very interesting.
women's issue ka, yeah, so this is a ring. Okay, it looks like a bracelet, but this is actually a ring which is useful in healing women's issues like fertility. तो आप इसको हाथ में डाल के, ये जो आपका पार्ट है ना, ये जो पार्ट है, इसका जो बेस है यहाँ पे, ये, तो ये जो यू शेप पार्ट है, इस पे अगर आप इसको मल दो, तो दिस इज वेयर योर फीमेल ऑर्गन्स आर, योर ओवरीज एंड योर यूट्रस, दिस पार्ट। तो अगर इसको आप मसाज भी कर दो, और अगर आप यू आर नॉट डिपेंडेंट ऑन दिस, अगर आपके पास ये नहीं है तो आप सिंपली पेन से भी मसाज कर सकते हो।
Okay, interesting.
या बट दिस इज मोर इफेक्टिव क्योंकि इसमें रिजेस हैं, तो ये थोड़ा ज्यादा इफेक्टिव है। लेकिन तो इसके लिए मैं किट बेचती हूँ, तो पेशेंट को आसान हो जाता है। तो यू बेसिकली यू जस्ट हैव टू सिट एंड मसाज इट। तो व्हेन यू आर मसाजिंग इट, वो पॉइंट एक्टिवेट हो जाता है और वहां से सारे टॉक्सिन्स निकल जाते हैं। तो विमेन्स इश्यूज का ये पॉइंट, आप यहाँ पे सारे हेयर फॉल, इरेगुलर पीरियड, आपको if you're having mood swings, any kind of issues, or if you're having endometriosis, these are the points we expect. And then hair fall के लिए तो आप ये भी कर सकते हो, ये जो पीछे का उंगली का, because this is part of your back of your head.
बहुत ज्यादा हेल्पफुल है, दिस इज अल्टीमेट, मतलब मजा आ गया। बहुत अच्छा सोल्यूशन, बहुत बड़ी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए, राइट एट द टिप्स ऑफ योर पाम्स लिटरली। सो
Absolutely.
सो
It's
हाउ मच?
health in your hands.
Yes, nice. Health in your hands, literally. Amazing. My mind is literally blown away. कि ऐसे सोचना, और इतना इजी, इतना फन, इतना इंटरेस्टिंग, एंड यू कैन हील सो मेनी डीप इश्यूज विद दिस। इट्स ट्रिमेंडस। सो कितना प्रेशर हमें, या किस तरीके से, कोई पर्टिकुलर वे है जिस तरीके से हमें प्रेशर या मसाज करना चाहिए, या एनीथिंग एनी वेज?
और बेटर टू गिव डीप प्रेशर, इतना नहीं कि आपको, मतलब कभी कभी क्या होता है, हम कम प्रेशर देते हैं, तो व्हेन वी मीट द पेशेंट वी टेल देम जितना आपसे सहन हो सके उतना आप देना। डीप प्रेशर देना जरूरी है, क्योंकि इफ यू डोंट रीच दैट पॉइंट, जो अपना स्किन है उसके नीचे होता है वो पॉइंट जहाँ पे ग्लोब्यूल्स होते हैं, वो जो अनहेल्दी जो टॉक्सिक एनर्जी है उसके ग्लोब्यूल्स होते हैं। तो you have to reach that part where they are, so you need to probe it well. इसीलिए we say that at least 5 to 10 minutes आप करो, and then take break of 30 seconds, then we probe it again, which is why the best part is to put the seeds, क्योंकि वो लगा के आप सो सकते हो। ये तो आपको करना ही है, लेकिन वो सीड्स लगा के जब आप सोते हो तो ऑटोमेटिकली 8 घंटे वो रहता है। तो उस हिसाब, उस वजह से आपको बहुत आराम मिल सकता है।
ओके, सो कोई पर्टिकुलर सीड्स जो आप सजेस्ट करते हैं अपने क्लाइंट्स को कि इस पर्टिकुलर स्पॉट पे ये सीड, या किस चीज के लिए आप सजेस्ट करते हैं?
हाँ, वो हेल्थ इश्यूज के है, लेकिन ये जो मैंने बताया जो मसाज है, और एक चीज है जो मैं मेरे किट में होती है, वो है ये।
ओह, आई हैव
आई
सीन
कॉल
दिस।
इट द करेला रोलर। आई कॉल इट द करेला रोलर। एंड ये, इसमें भी आप देख सकते हो, इसमें रिजेस है। हाँ, ये जो रिजेस है, ये बस आपको पूरे हाथ पे घुमाना है। अगर आपके पास ये नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं, अब वो पापड़ बेलने की बेलन नहीं होती जिसमें रिजेस होते हैं, यू कैन यूज दैट। तो अगर ये आपने कर लिया पूरे हाथ पे, तो आपने सारे पॉइंट प्रेस कर लिए ना, तो ऑटोमेटिकली, एंड इफ यू डू इट एवरी डे, ऑल पॉइंट्स आर कवर्ड। So even if you do it 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, yeah, it absolutely does its job. सारे पॉइंट्स कवर हो जाते हैं, आपके पाम के, उंगलियों के, सब कुछ कवर हो जाता है. So I suggest everybody should, do this and get benefit from it.
अमेजिंग अमेजिंग. अब आपकी बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग और ट्रिमेंडस एक्सपर्टीज में से एक प्राणिक हीलिंग भी. आई नो वी डोंट हैव टू गो डीपर इनटू इट, बट दिस कॉन्सेप्ट इज अगेन अ लिटिल न्यू टू मी. सो प्राणिक हीलिंग होती क्या है?
See, prana is basically life force. तो ये लाइफ फोर्स अपने अंदर भी है और अपने बाहर भी है. जैसे लाइफ फोर्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सनलाइट जो हम पे गिरता है तो इट कीप्स अस अलाइव. इफ देयर इज नो सनलाइट देयर इज नो लाइफ, है ना. इट्स द बिगेस्ट लाइफ फोर्स. द अदर थिंग इज एयर. So this is the energy that is keeping us alive. And also the ground, धरती, जिससे हम चलते हैं, it is keeping us alive. Why are we alive on earth and not, there are no people on the moon? क्योंकि वो magnetic जो gravitational pull है, वो धरती का कुछ अच्छा ज्यादा है हमारे यहाँ, so which is why there is life on earth and there is no life there, right? On moon and certain planets. So that is the advantage of prana, that if you use prana with intention, जैसे कोई healer है, अगर आप उसके पास जाओ तो वो आपको पूछेंगे क्या आपको प्रॉब्लम है, and then they give you healing with the hands, and it's a no touch healing. They don't touch you. It can be also given in a distant form, and the pranic energy which is given with a kind of intention of healing, and the person also has to have the intention of taking the healing. So उस हिसाब से it becomes you can heal. And it takes time because it's a natural healing. So there are cycles which we do. It takes time, but there are miraculous results.
Okay, so it's exchange of life force that you're giving the healing energies to someone.
Yes, you're giving healing energy. Yes.
It's like
To the
Reiki.
other person. It's similar to Reiki, yeah. But Reiki may you touch. I think this is no touch.
Okay, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
And there is also the most important part which I use it regularly is the meditation. It's called twin heart meditation, where we use the heart chakra and the crown chakra, and we connect. We first heal. We bless the earth from the heart chakra, and then we take the energy to the crown chakra and bless the earth from the crown. So you connect with the spiritual energy, the universal energy. And in general, the philosophy is that when you give, you get 10 times more. That's what we pranic healers believe. Whatever you give, you get 10 times more. So imagine you're blessing the earth. So how many people are you blessing?
Wow.
You don't even know. So how much are you getting back? So it's in giving that we get is actually lived with this. Pranic healing actually lives with this principle. Is what giving. It's with giving that we get back. So when you're healing, you're getting the meditation is helping you in many ways. It is helping you physical, emotional level. All the anxiety, stress, irritability is taken off from the chakras. It helps you to release it from the chakras and the body and the aura. So basically, you're healing the chakra and you're connecting with the chakra and the body and the aura of the person. So you actually heal from that level, yeah. And apart from that, it will help you heal your health issues. It helps you heal relationships and then overall health, basically.
Okay, amazing. Let's quickly have a little bit of your timeline, like how these things happen, because you've also been in Saudi Arabia for a while. So how did that happen? How was that experience?
Saudi Arabia was a beautiful place. It was one of the unique phase of my life. For 14 years we were there. So yeah, I really enjoyed my stay there. It's a unique landscape, beautiful people. I made a lot of friends there. And that was the time when I started evolving and learning new things, because I was on a sabbatical there. So I started learning stuff. I started learning pranic healing when I was in Saudi Arabia, because you can learn distant learning also. So I started doing it there. And I also because I like to study. So I did a course in Montessori training. So there was a little Montessori in our gated community, and I really love working with children. So for me, my son was 10 years old by then. So for me, it was like my getting back to my son's childhood, reliving my son's childhood. So I started learning Montessori. I did a certification from Canada, which is called the North American Montessori Center. It is a recognized course. And I got my certification and I worked as a teacher specializing in toddlers.
So now coming to how do you connect all these amazing healing strategies with nutrition? Like that was your base. You started with nutrition and then you learned all these things. So how do you connect them?
So what I do in my program is I go step by step, and we get into deep waters gradually. So first we start with mindfulness. In that way, the mudras and music therapy. Then slowly I add the sujok along with the nutrition. So then that's a combination of everything. That when you're giving a diet, say for weight loss, so when you give a diet for weight loss, you take care of the music therapy, which is required for weight loss. You check what chakras are affected and you based on that. And then the sujok points and the mudras, I showed you the mudra. So that's a combined effect. And I go day by day, week by week. So I don't straight away give the diet or because it becomes very overwhelming. आपको अगर बोला जाए कि पहले ही दिन की आप ये चारों चीजें अप्लाई करनी है, ऐसे नहीं होता. लोग डर जाते हैं कि ये कैसे करना है कैसे. तो I do it slowly and I do it step by step, day by day, week by week, hand holding, and I apply one each therapy periodically. So that's how I do it. So I integrate all therapies with each other, and like I just showed you, I was showing you the point for mudra and then I showed you sujok. So that's how it goes hand in hand.
Connects. Yeah. Okay, ma'am. So अभी like I said कि अब जो era चल रहा है consistently we are on our phones, social media, this that. So एक और problem होती है focus और clarity की कि या तो हमें पता ही नहीं है कि क्या करना है, we are consistently into something then the other then the other, और अगर clarity आ भी गई तो फिर focus नहीं है कि करना है, पता है क्या करना है पर फिर भी नहीं कर पा रहे. So ये दो key problems clarity और focus, इसके लिए हमें क्या करना चाहिए?
Well, actually, experience teaches you all this, honestly. So I feel there is one technique which I can help. You may try it out, and it helps me when I want to get focused about something. Like I am about to enter in a meeting, and if I need to be focused and I need more clarity with it, then as I mentioned, I do writing my journal. So when you're writing something, you're writing gratitude or affirmation, that can help you. So it's also, though I'm not an expert in it, but it's some called as I'm not an expert in it again, but it's called neuro linguistic programming.
Yes.
That's how the brain works. So you give this affirmation to the brain. So that's what I use even in my therapy. So when I say mindfulness, I give affirmation also. So for example, you want clarity. So you can give an affirmation saying that I thank you, God. First of all, you're going to imagine that it has already happened. Okay, it is in present tense, and you're telling the brain because this way you're training the brain that you are full of clarity. So automatically that message goes to the universe, and you get clarity. Okay, over a period of time. Then you leave that to destiny and whatever, whenever you're supposed to get it, but you will get it, and you will not know in what way, but it will come to you. Okay. So again, use the man ki ungli, your ring finger.
Yeah.
Man ki ungli, I told you. So you just, when you wake up in the morning, what I would suggest is just do with the man ki ungli, just say, I'm powerful, I'm pure, I'm full of clarity, I'm everything that I want is coming to me in ample. I'm a magnet for clarity and positivity. So something like that. So when you're doing this on your ajna, again, a lot of therapies combination is what I'm trying to tell you this. Your ajna is a center where where the thought process happens, because that is the brain center, right? So that's where the positivity, the clarity, you will get a lot of courage also when you're taking these decisions. So it will really help you. So try doing this exercise even before getting into a meeting. You should do this. Breathe. There is something called, again, pranic healing. There is something called pranic breathing, where you sit straight with your palms on your lap, your hands open, because you're asking, right? When you're asking, when you go to the temple, you ask, jholi phela ke aap mang rahe ho na. So you ask, and when you're asking, just breathe. So you breathe in for 7 counts. So it is called the breathe in for 6 counts. So it's called 6-3-6-3. Okay. So you breathe in for 6 counts. You want me to show it? You can do it with me as well. So you breathe in. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the way you breathe in is your stomach should swell like a balloon. Okay. So you breathe in and the stomach gets full. So it is right up to the stomach. It is not the lung breathing, it's the stomach breathing. Yeah.
Yes.
It's full breathing. And then you hold for 3 counts. And then you leave it. You count 6 again and you let the breath out. Then you hold for 3 counts again and repeat the process. Yeah.
It's also called belly breaths, right?
Yes. But the counting, we do it as a pranic breathing. So every time you're getting into a meeting, just breathe. Just breathe and believe that you're doing something which is going to happen in the best possible manner. And that when you do that, when you go with that thought process, yeah, and then you're doing your affirmations and morning routine, it automatically happens.
Yeah, the outcome will always be good.
Okay. Yeah, and you can take care of your stress also like that. Every time you're stressed, then also we do an exercise in music therapy. When you're stressed and you're getting into a meeting, then we tell people, think of a song from your times when you were 18 to 25 years old. Okay, think of a song. And suppose you are in a meeting and it's a very stressful meeting. There is a lot of everybody is at their wits and so on. So ऐसे time पे just think of a song that you were in when you were in your 18, from the age of 18 to 25. You heard that song, and that song is one of your favorite songs. And just take yourself out for a bio break, and maybe you can go to the bathroom and just, you can sing that song. हल्की आवाज में थोड़ा गुनगुना लो. Automatically, you will get clarity, you'll get focus. So here, this is where music therapy also helps.
Okay. Yeah. And how do you apply Sujok for anxiety and stuff? Like what होता है ना?
Sujok, as I said, the rolling therapy is the best form of therapy. You're pressing all the points, so it automatically has to help.
Okay. Now another trending question coming towards you through the course of this podcast is, like, what is your definition of an ideal relationship? Because of all the chaos in the world today, like I would elaborate this कि simpler ways में कि क्या एक relationship के basis होते हैं जो होने चाहिए और क्या चीजें नहीं होनी चाहिए in a relationship, because that breaks it. Because you are into so much experience, so it's like just a suggestion.
See, the most important part is trust. Yeah. Trust is most important. If you don't trust a person, then you cannot get close to that person, right? The second one is patience, because everybody is not you. Everybody is not you. So you are made differently because of your environment, your upbringing, your parents, your every experience in your life is going to be different from that person. Even if it is your sister, even if it is your brother, they are not going to be same as you. That is how unique every human is. So patience. And if you insist, or if you like a person and you want to go ahead in that relationship, then apply the formula of unconditional love. Because when you're going to be loving unconditionally, there is no expectation. I know it is very difficult, but it comes with practice. Basically, acceptance. What is in today's times, what is being unconditional, applying unconditional love is basically acceptance. कि ये ऐसा ही है और ये ऐसा ही रहेगा. How am I going to deal with this? If you like a person, if out of 10 criteria, if you are liking 8, और दो जगह पे थोड़ा थोड़ा, you are like, okay, what should I do? So then apply these 3 formulas. Basically, trust, patience, and acceptance. According to me, no relationship is perfect, but these 3 can help you going.
Awesome. Awesome. So we are almost towards the end of our episode. So any tips or tricks that you want to share out there in any way, in any context?
Yeah, sure. I can give you, based on nutrition and overall wellness, I can possibly give you a 10 set rule,
Awesome.
which will, I think, take care of most of the health issues. So the first one is being it's 1 hour of exercise or any kind of activity. You can go walking, you can go do yoga, you can do stretches, whatever you want to do, because exercise, as I mentioned, is good not just physically but also for your mental health. It releases endorphins, so which are the happy hormones. So उससे आपको खुशी भी मिलती है और सेहत भी मिलती है. End of the exercise, you feel good. When you come out of the gym, you feel good about yourself.
Yes.
So उससे positive image भी बनती है. So it is overall a good thing, but it should be done under supervision. You should not straight away, do anything. Then the second is have 2 main meals, 2 main proper meals. So the rule is you eat like a king, your breakfast, you eat like a prince, your lunch, and you eat like a pauper, bisari ki tarah dinner khao. So that is so 2 main meals, lunch, breakfast and lunch. Okay. Then the third one is basically you can have 3 portions of protein, 3 meals that you're having.
Yes.
So 3 portions of protein should be there in every meal, 3 main meals. जैसे अगर आप 3 breakfast, lunch, dinner खा रहे हो और in between कुछ खा रहे हो, तो फिर भी 3 meals ऐसे होने चाहिए जिसमें good protein हो. Protein is required for your muscle building. है ना? It's required for your weight loss also. So अगर लोगों को weight loss करना है तो प्रोटीन खाना बहुत जरूरी है.
Yes.
और अच्छे good quality protein.
Correct.
Like milk and milk products, or, sprouts, or meat, fish, poultry, eggs for non-vegetarians. So good quality protein. Yeah. And the meal should be balanced with carbohydrates, protein, fiber. You need to have a good amount of fluids also.
Yes.
Then the fourth one is, because it's number 4, you can keep a gap of 4 hours between every meal. ऐसे करने से you will never have digestive issues. और ऐसे करने से people who are having lifestyle problems like insulin resistance or diabetes, that also comes in control, because every time you're eating something, the cortisol, the insulin is getting released. So वो उसके वजह से जो imbalance हो रहा है, वो if you give 4 hours, the digestion process is also complete, and then the stomach and the liver and the intestines are getting some break. So 4 hours gap between meals. Number 5 is minimum 5,000 steps is I would recommend. Nowadays, everybody has these, trackers. So that is required for your cardiac health and also for your good sleep. So there is a reason why they say 5,000. And also the cortisol balance ho jata hai. Jo stress hamare, you had asked me about the stress, right?
Yes.
So this is important. 5,000 steps are very important. The number 6 is, because it's number 6, minimum 6 hours of sleep. 6 to 8 hours of sleep is essential, and there is no negotiation about it. बहुत जरूरी है नींद सोना. आपकी जनरेशन तो ये है कि जब दुनिया सोती है तो आप उठते हो, और जब दुनिया उठती है तो आप सोते हो. तो इस वजह से मैक्सिमम हार्मोनल इश्यूज हो रहे हैं. तो मैं आपकी जनरेशन स्पेसिफिकली से कहूंगी कि you should sleep by 10 o'clock. And because when you sleep, that's the time when your organs are working, to give time for your organs to work. If you follow the circadian rhythm of the sun, that is how you will get good health and well-being. Then 7 is you should have basically, you should stop eating after 7 o'clock.
Hmm.
So जैसे आप अभी मैंने बताया circadian rhythm, so that means that after 7 o'clock if you eat and you keep 3 hours gap before you sleep by 10 or 11, minimum 3 hours gap, that's when your digestion will be processed well and it will be complete. And then automatically when the digestion is gone well,
Hmm.
automatically it improves your sleep quality. जब स्लीप इंप्रूव होती है तो आपका वेट लॉस भी ठीक से होता है, आपका वेट भी मेंटेन होता है. So it is all connected. It is all connected. So which is why you need to wind down after sunset.
Right. And then again, you're waking up at the right time. And so
Yes,
that also affects.
6 to 8 hours. Then you get into that circadian rhythm of the sun. जैसे basically the whole rule is you rise with the sun and you set with the sun.
With the
So
sun.
if you just remember that, it becomes very easy. Okay.
Awesome.
So and then number 8. Number 8 is 8 glasses of water minimum. And I don't think I need to give any explanation about that. So much is said about hydration. It's required for your hair, skin, gut health, everything, right? So 8 hours of sleep. In exercise, if you're fit and in good health, then you should ideally do 9 Surya Namaskar. I will recommend that. I used to do it. I want to get back to it, but right now, if people can do 9 Surya Namaskar, nothing can happen to your bones, nothing can happen to your gut. All your systems will be taken care of. Okay. Backache, knee issues, everything will be taken care of if you do Surya Namaskar, but it has to be done slowly and under supervision.
Yes, the correct way.
Okay. Yeah. And the last one, number 10, is basically 10 minutes of sunlight. All this, what you are doing is indoors. And when you're indoors, you're not getting enough sun. That's where the depression comes in. That's where, because sunlight is very essential for vitamin D, which is
Correct.
connected to all health issues nowadays. And
Hmm.
why we are getting, all of us, you see, and everybody, 90% of the cases, vitamin D deficiency होता ही है. क्यों? क्योंकि आप धूप में निकलते ही नहीं हो, और निकलते हो तो आप सन ब्लॉक लगा के निकलते हो, सन ग्लासेस, हैट, तो लाइफस्टाइल प्रॉब्लम. तो यही है कि यू नीड ईदर मॉर्निंग 6 to 8 और इवनिंग 4 to 6 और 4 to 7 में 10 मिनट आप सुबह शाम अगर सनलाइट में रहो, तो your vitamin D will be taken care of. Because your vitamin D is taken care of, your calcium and B12 absorption is taken care of. फिर आपको कोई health problems हो ही नहीं सकते. All these lifestyle issues will not happen. So this is how you're supposed to take care of your health for hormonal balance.
Amazing, amazing. बहुत ज्यादा वैल्यूएबल. इतनी सारी चीजें तो मैंने खुद सीखी है आज इस इतने छोटे से टाइम पीरियड में. And I'm going to
I'm glad.
apply a lot of them. Amazing. It was very, very valuable. So now we are at a segment that I call Keep It Swift. So I will not take much of your time. We'll keep it swift. So it will be a very small questions, just to the point direct answer, जो भी आपके दिमाग में सबसे पहले आए. So number 1, what makes you feel accomplished?
God.
That is usually the reaction of people.
When someone compliments me that they got results from my treatment, and when I see them heal.
That is the biggest accomplishment. What's your biggest fear?
Losing my loved ones.
Yes. Had you met yourself 5 years ago, what would you have advised yourself?
Advise myself, same thing. Just keep reinventing yourself. That is my motto in life.
Great one. Your biggest failure and what did you learn from it?
Biggest failure. I don't think so. I mean, yeah, there are small things. Yeah, sometimes I feel if I had a stronger back and if I would have learned these therapies much earlier, I would have been fitter. So now I am, but I could have been better if I would have applied, like I said, Surya Namaskar. And so yeah, fitness at the right time.
First thing you do in the morning.
First thing I do in the morning, my journal writing.
Okay. 3 habits that changed your life.
Journal writing, gratitude, and blessing.
Okay. So are you an introvert or an extrovert?
In between.
Okay. Who's your spirit animal? Which animal do you resonate with the most?
Dog.
Oh, okay. Your top 3
Because
destinations.
dog is loyal. Dog is loyal and a very friendly animal.
Yes. Your 3 favorite destinations to visit, either on your bucket list or you have already visited them.
So I love Goa. I love Norway because of the northern lights. It's a nature's marvel. And on the bucket list, where I would love to, I love animals, so I would love to go to Masai Mara. That's on my bucket list.
Amazing. 3 personalities that impacted you the most.
Firstly, both my parents and my teacher who trained me in music. And because music is it's something which I wanted to learn for a very long time, and I got to learn from her. So yeah, my parents and my music teacher.
Hey, awesome. Your favorite books or podcasts that you would recommend?
One is Alchemy of Desire by Paulo Coelho. Then I would also recommend people to read Louise Hay's book, Why Am I Sick? Because that gives you the exact emotion behind every health issue.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. These are the two main books. And in terms of fiction, there is a book, I forget the author. It's African author called, I don't remember the name, but the book is Purple Porcupine.
Hey, amazing. Best compliment you ever received?
That I'm a good healer.
Amazing. A last person you searched on Instagram?
I would want to say you.
Okay. I should just deduct this question. If a book was
Okay, so
written,
the last one I saw was my teacher. Just before I opened I started this meeting, was my teacher who I'm training with. So her name is, it's called The Perfect Health. So that's the one.
okay, amazing. So if a book was written on your life, what would be the title?
She came, she lived, she conquered.
Whoa, too powerful. Amazing.
She
Love,
arrived, she lived, she conquered, maybe.
amazing. Okay, now prioritize health, relationships, career, money, spirituality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so health, spirituality, relationships, career, and lastly, money.
Money.
All this money comes when all this is in place.
Yes. So what is your definition of spirituality?
Spirituality is being a good human being. It's just being a good human being and developing the tolerance and trying to become a better person every day than what you were the earlier day.
Perfect. Perfect. So what is your key learning of your life so far?
Patience is rewarding, hard work is rewarding, good deeds are always rewarding.
Awesome. And one message for the youth of our country.
Don't achieve success and money giving health the last priority. Keep health as your first priority, and automatically everything will fall in place.
Everything else will follow. Awesome. So that was the end of Keep It Swift and the end of our today's episode. It is a gem. This whole episode is a gem. There is so much value in this. And if anyone is doing this like perceiving this podcast in a good way, they can literally learn a lot. So before leaving, just one quick thing कि आपके जितने भी fortes हैं, whether it is mudras or pranic healing or music therapy or sujok. So किसी को अगर start करना है, so how should they approach these fields if they want to be a healer like you, an integrated healer rather, other than yes, directly go to ma'am. and you can have an amazing combination. But iske alawa, how can they approach it?
So, if you want to study music therapy, then there is a person in Mumbai, in Pune, and this is a certified course that they offer you. It's called Anahat Music Therapy. So I studied from them, and it is a government certified diploma. It's called a National Skill Development and Education Activities Training Association Certified Board. That is a board. So it's a government certified board. So this diploma is recognized everywhere. Even if you go and teach as a music therapist, you can, in schools, you can work with that. And it is taught by someone who's in Pune. His name is, the class name is Anahat Music Therapy. And his name is Mr. Santosh Ghatpande. And Sujok, actually, I learned it with my teacher. I gave you the name. It's the Perfect Health Hyderabad. And Mudras also I learned from her. So, and nutrition, of course, you do a course. You have to do a qualified,
Diploma
3 years. No, it's a 3 years degree course,
Oh,
and then post graduation in dietetics or a master's in dietetics. So that with that you can deal with therapeutic nutrition.
amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving your precious knowledge and precious time. It was a treat to talk to you, literally. I did not expect
You're
this
most
to be
welcome.
so deep, so intense, but I literally learned a lot of new things that I didn't know. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me on this platform. Thank you so much, the viewers, for listening to me, and I hope you benefit from it.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
कॉन्वो विद आयश के इस एपिसोड को एंड तक देखने के लिए दिल से आपका शुक्रिया. I hope you found a lot of value in it, and if you did, please like it, share it with your friends, and do comment your learnings, insights, or anything that strikes your mind while listening to this episode. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification so that you get notified about the future episodes of this amazing podcast and a lot of content on personal development, effective communication, and Ho'oponopono healing. अगर आप हमारे अमेजिंग गेस्ट के साथ कनेक्ट करना चाहते हैं, then there's a link in the description. Do check it out, and you can also connect with me on various platforms. Thank you so much for your love, support, and appreciation, and I will see you in the next episode and my coming videos. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep spreading love. Love, love, nos vemos.